So let's go ahead and begin. Let's talk about IWF for a moment. Talk about what IWF is all about and your involvement with IWF.
Um, IW, IWF is located in Nutley, New Jersey, and it's a very family-friendly promotion run by Kevin Knight. Um, we have shows 3 times a month, and it's a wrestling school, but we do live shows. So there's students, graduates, rookies, veterans. It's a really nice promotion. They do kids parties as well, kid or adults. Actually, we've done a wedding. So it's really a family-friendly environment, and it's like New Jersey, and we have a pretty good following, and we got pretty good talent and lots of nice people.
So what got you started into becoming a wrestler?
I've been a wrestling fan for a while, and it's something that I've always been into sports. I've been into softball. I've done powerlifting. I was a cheerleader way back in the day. I've taken dance. I've studied kung fu. So I've done a lot of things, and I've always just been into sports. And when I would watch wrestling over the years, I would always say, "Oh, I could do that. Oh, I should do that." And it just was one of those things that I kept saying I really wanted to do, and I do like entertaining as well. And my boyfriend got me involved in the IWF as a birthday gift, as sort of a, hey, you've been talking about this, so it's time to put up or shut up. So I had to, put my money where my mouth was. And the first day I was there, I enjoyed it, and I really loved it. There was no turning back. So it was all, the rest was history, basically.
I definitely like sir on that question in particular because you know how people say they want to do something and then when they try it and they can't take it anymore, you know, but you hang on to it and you have become an all-star, which is that is your nickname by the way, and
Right,
you
right.
you definitely you talk the talk and you walk the walk, and that's difficult for people to do considering what wrestling is and how physical it could be to a human's body. But I just had to give you your props on that
Thank you,
for
thank you. I
sure.
appreciate that. And it was scary. I mean, the first day, and still there are times. I've always said that wrestlers, I feel a lot of wrestlers are born without fear. They have that, whatever gene we might have that makes us afraid or sense fear. A lot of them don't have that. I have that. So I do get nervous. I mean, it's just every different, everything you learn and everything you do and execute is it's sort of a mental challenge. Can I do this? Am I going to be able to? And you just kind of have to put that aside and then just do it. And it's actually helped me in life also to be a little more fearless because I was never really a fearless person. And, I'm always thinking of what could happen, maybe worrying. But you kind of go in there and put your best foot forward, and it kind of gets you over that a little bit.
Kudos to you and kudos, to all the wrestlers, whether it's the indies or the pros. Because wrestling, is it's not just about talking and stuff like that. You man and woman have to perform, and regardless how big or small the audience is, it's front of a crowd, and people are gonna react certain ways, and but at the end of the day, it's a matter of performing and entertaining, and I consider wrestlers some of the greatest athletes in the world because what they are able to do, and it's just a great sight. I've been a wrestling fan since the 1990s, pre-Attitude Era, and I've just been hooked on it since. And I just started going to the indies wrestling shows a few years ago, and I enjoy the indie scene as well. And it's very important for all the fans out there to check out and support your local indie companies. Um, that's more wrestling than what you see on TV, and
Right.
and people wonder how did these wrestlers got started? They got started in small crowds, small venues, and they have to work their way up. And who knows? You look at the next big star. You never know until you go to a show and check it out for yourself. So uh, just uh, just to put that out there. Um, so why don't you go ahead and promote your upcoming IWF shows or any other shows that you want people to check out?
Yeah, our next show is next Saturday, June 4th. Doors open 6 o'clock, bell time is 7. And the shows are usually about 2 hours, which is good, again, because it's very kid-friendly. So you can bring kids and, they're not going to get bored. And it really is a good show, top to bottom. They have an intermission. There's an experience store where you can check out our T-shirts, and they have snacks and things. And a lot of times I'll be in the store and some of the other wrestlers doing a meet and greet. So you get to meet some of the wrestlers. Shows are almost every week, about 3 times a month. I think we have June 4th, June 11th, and then the 25th at the end of the month. And then the same schedule for July and August as of now. You can check out Camp IWF. That's the website. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, IWF Wrestling. And you can also find me on Twitter, which would be Michelle3D. I'm also on Instagram. And then you can check out Kevin Knight. I think he's Kevin Knight NJ at Twitter. So any of those places you can find out the information about the shows. And again, if there are kids, you have kids and you want to have a birthday party, they do a really great party with a couple of matches and pizza, cake. So you can contact Kevin Knight for that. And that's basically the promotion end of it. It's a lot of fun, and I look forward to my next match.
So, who is your opponent for your next matches that you have?
Well, you're going to have to look at the website and find out. It hasn't been announced yet, but we do have a women's division at the IWF, which is really cool. We have right now 3 of us, and we do have a women's champion, which unfortunately is not me at this current time, but I'm definitely going for that belt, and soon enough you'll see me with that gold around my waist, because I believe the All-Star is where it belongs.
Well, I'm gonna let you have the floor on this next question or this portion of the show. I guess we might as well call it a promo, and you can say what you feel, whatever. What do you want to say to the champion, who that is the champion, and you know how the champions are, they huge target on their back. You want what that champion has. So what do you want to say to the champion as who she is right now?
The champion is Tasha Steele, and I will give you, honest truth. I respect her. She works hard. We both work hard together in the ring. And, I'm at our big show back in April. We had our first champion crowned, and unfortunately I made a stupid mistake and unfortunately got eliminated, and then she took the title. But, you're right. Sometimes it's worse. Well, of course, we all want to be champ. It's not worse to be champ. But you do. You have that target on your back, and she's got me and Red Hot Aaron Winter coming for her. Now, I plan on winning with integrity. I plan on winning fair and square with a real wrestling match. I can't say the same about Red Hot Aaron Winter, but, she tries hard. It's just she's got to resort to other means to win sometimes, and that's just not my style, and I know that's not Tasha's style, but, yeah, I will be definitely coming for that belt.
That was nice, but you're letting them know, you want that title.
Yeah.
And regardless of who the champion is, they better watch out for the All-Star, for sure. So, Michelle, who do you consider influences or people that inspire you to get into wrestling, male or female?
Well, when for a while, the women's division in the WWE, the Divas division, was really not something that was inspiring, which is also part of why, I mean, I give anybody credit for getting in there and doing it, so I don't want to trash anybody. But then they were doing it, obviously, and I wasn't. But that was sort of the, I can do that sort of thing when they did have the Diva era. So you could say that was an inspiration. Definitely I started watching a little bit after her time, but Chyna was definitely someone that's inspiring because I watched older footage, and I remember when I first heard of her when I was being schooled in the older wrestling, and at the time, I literally think I just missed her era. I just thought that was great that there's a woman that really was in the ring with the men, and she held her own. And for someone like me who has been a power lifter and always been a tomboy into sports, you look at someone like her and you realize that you can do something, and she wasn't a diva. She was a wrestler, and that I take as an inspiration as far as after she was pretty much out of there. But, current roster, Natty is really good. I've always thought she was great, and the new women that are up there, it's good to see that things are turning around, and now that there's actually a women's championship again, and it's not that stupid Divas belt, I think that, they're headed in the right direction.
I totally agree with you. It's been a long time coming, and then NXT pretty much started turning things around, and then all of a sudden, I guess no love for the Royal Butterfly, I guess. But the Women's Championship's good to see it back. And Lita and her involvement with the WWE as it pertains to the women's division, and it's making a turn for the better. And I like the direction that they're going with this, we'll this new era. I like it because new faces, new rivalries, new opportunities. And that definitely makes people that's been sticking around for a long time really have to step their game up because people coming for spots.
Yeah. I mean, there was a decent era with Lita, Trish Stratus, and Mickie James, and then it sort of just went back to that. And then they think they started doing the Total Diva Search or whatever they called it, and they would just get models, and then it became not about athletes and wrestlers, but the Barbie dolls out there. And, there's a place for that at times, but, she's back, and she's doing a good job, and there's a place for that type of, I guess, quote-unquote diva, but that's not wrestling. And it's good to see that it's getting back to wrestling.
Absolutely. I guess my only thing about the Women's Championship is that it looks like a strawberry shortcake, which I joke around with it, but I'm just happy that the women's title is back. I don't know, I'm just having fun with it, I guess. It looks like you want to eat it or something, but
what, the new belt?
yeah, it looks like a strawberry
just
shortcake.
Because it's white and red.
Yeah.
I think it looks nice. I think it's very classic looking, very classy. It's definitely better than the Divas pink. I mean, you're talking about strawberry shortcake. The Divas belt was like cotton candy, so strawberry shortake's a step up from cotton candy.
Yeah. I never really thought it that way as it pertains to the Diva title, but that you bring up a good point. Well, Michelle, it was great chatting with you. Thank you so much for your time, and continued success as your pursuit of becoming the next women's champion. Please, everyone in the New Jersey area, check out IWF for a kid-friendly wrestling show. It's hard to find shows like that, because it's wrestling. Mostly people say it's adult filled, if you know what I mean. But it's all about kids too. It's just a matter of looking around. So check out IWF, check out Michelle and Tasha and the rest of the roster giving you real indie pro wrestling. Thank you so much for your time, Miss All-Star Michelle D. Continued success.
Thank you so much. It was great talking to you. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, you have a great night and a great holiday weekend.
Thanks, you too. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. That's the All-Star Michelle D.